Welcome to the Dr. Wyatt Show podcast, where developing a long-lasting, happy relationship is the status symbol to achieve, and following my 6 marriage steps is a path to help get you there. I'm your host, Dr. Wyatt Fisher, a licensed psychologist specializing in marriage counseling. Remember, you can reach me on the Dr. Wyatt Show Monday through Thursday from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time with your marriage questions. You can reach me at 720-307-7347. If you don't get me, leave a voicemail and I'll respond back to your question on the next Dr. Wyatt Show podcast. Today I'm going to talk about the top 4 reasons to prioritize sensual massage in your relationship. When was the last time you had a sensual massage with your partner? It may have been never. A lot of couples do not partake in sensual activity together. And sensual activity can be cuddling, it can be a bath together, a shower together, or a sensual massage. To define my terms, a sensual massage is where you set the scene. You dim the lights, light the candles, put on some nice music, put on something comfortable, put out some nice comforter, something that's comfortable to lay on, get out some kind of lotion, such as coconut oil, and then you're going to take turns being the giver and the receiver. The giver's job is to give the sensual massage. The receiver's job is to receive it. Sometimes we get so focused on giving, we forget to receive. Other times we get so focused on receiving that we forget to give. Therefore, you have designated roles for a certain time. So you may want to use a timer. Set the timer for 15 minutes. And then one of you be the giver and one of you be the receiver. So the giver is giving the massage. So you're going to start with your partner's feet, then move up to the calves, then the thighs, then the stomach, then the arms, then the hands, then the back, then the shoulders, and then the head. Now, when you are giving the massage, you're going to experiment with how to touch your partner's body per body part, because they may like to be touched differently in different places of their body. So, receiver, it's your job to give your partner feedback, and that's called positive redirect with affirmation. So, for example, if your partner is rubbing your feet and it doesn't feel very good, maybe it's too soft or maybe it's too firm, then you need to give feedback and tell them how to adjust how they're touching your body part, your feet, and then when they adjust it, affirm them by saying, yes, that feels good. So it's called positive redirect with affirmation. You need to train your partner on how to touch your body because we can't read your mind. We don't know how you like to be touched. And so you have to provide that feedback. By the way, there's no sexual touching during the sensual massage. This is all non-sexual touching. And I encourage you to keep your undergarments on because if you're naked doing a sensual massage, it's going to do 2 things. It's going to make the low libido partner feel pressure that it has to turn sexual, which will sabotage them being relaxed during the sensual massage. And for the high libido partner, if you have no clothes on, they're going to become sexually frustrated from all the stimuli if things don't turn sexual. So it's helpful to leave your undergarments on as a visual reminder that this is not sexual time, it's sensual time. So the 4 top reasons to prioritize sensual time. The first one is it's romantic. Who doesn't want more romance in their relationship? Everyone enjoys romance. And when a couple is first dating, there's lots of romance. There's picnics. There's candlelight dinners. There's holding hands. There's talking on the phone till late at night about how much you love each other. There's a lot of romance. But when you're together for a while, we stop romancing each other and things get boring. Things get stale. We don't feel wooed anymore. So start prioritizing sensual massage because it's a great way to add in romance. Think about being with your partner to candlelight and nice music while you're munching on dark chocolate, while you're taking turns being the giver and the receiver with coconut oil as you rub each other's bodies. That's very romantic. And that's a wonderful thing to add into your relationship because your relationship is probably missing romance. The second reason to prioritize sensual massage is because it's rare. A lot of couples don't have near enough affection, and they don't have near enough sexual contact. And they certainly don't have any sensual contact. And that sensual contact is often the missing link between the two. And I'll get more into that later. But you need to prioritize sensual massage because it's rare. It's a rarity to prioritize this. It's rare to dim the lights and turn on the music and get out some dark chocolate and what have you. It's rare to enter into that special space of sensual activity together. That's why it's so important. A third reason to prioritize sensual time is because it's bonding. When you're in sensual activity, you're not talking about the kids. You're not talking about the stress of your work. You're not preoccupied with the laundry that has to get done. It's so relaxing and so enjoyable, and you're experiencing something so pleasurable with your partner, it makes it highly bonding. After a sensual massage, you're going to feel closer, you're going to feel more connected, you're going to feel more known by your partner because you've just done something very special together. You've had sensual time together because you had a sensual massage. So that's the third reason to prioritize it, because it's bonding. It's good for your relationship. The fourth reason to prioritize sensual massage in your relationship is because it is required for low libido partners for them to come online sexually. So what do I mean by that? Low libido partners are often slow to build arousal. Their sexual response cycle is responsive, not spontaneous. A high libido partner, their sexual energy is spontaneous. All they need is some type of visual stimuli and they're ready to go. It's spontaneous. It's a microwave. Low libido partners are the opposite. They're more like a slow cooker or a crock pot. It takes them a while to build arousal. Their sexual energy is responsive. They're not going to feel any arousal until after foreplay begins. So, sensual activity, sensual massage becomes the beginning to that foreplay. It gives the low libido partner a chance to start feeling aroused, to start desiring erotic contact. It gives them a chance to get into that space, to relax, to absorb your touch. They need that in order to start feeling arousal or to start being open to arousal. That's why it almost never works for a low libido partner to just jump right into sex. It's too jarring. That's not how they're wired. It's almost impossible for a low libido partner to jump from no touch into sexual contact. They're not going to have a very enjoyable experience if that's how you approach it. Therefore, if you prioritize sensual massage, it provides the low libido partner a chance to start feeling relaxed, to start feeling bonded to you, and to start building arousal. So, several things can happen after the sensual massage is over. Some nights, only one of you is going to feel aroused, probably the high libido partner. On those nights, that person can go into another room and pleasure themselves if they choose to. Other nights, you're both going to be aroused or you're open to getting aroused, and those are the nights after the sensual massage that you would move into sexual contact. And the sexual contact, it can be a variety of things. Some nights it can be everything above the waist. Other nights it can be everything below the waist manually. Other nights it can be everything below the waist orally. Other nights you can just lay side by side and pleasure yourself. Other nights it can be everything, including intercourse. And this defers to the low libido partner. They're in control. They get to choose. Because we want to bring voice and choice back to the low libido partner so they're present and they're engaged with full consent. That's the best for both partners. So you have to view sexual contact as a buffet to get there. So that's the fourth reason you want to prioritize sensual massage, is because that kind of activity is required for low libido partners to slowly build arousal. So those are 4 top reasons to consider prioritizing sensual massage in your relationship. Number 1 is because it is romantic. Number 2, it's because it is rare. Number 3 is because it is bonding. And number 4, because it is required. Thank you for listening to the Dr. Wyatt Show podcast. If you enjoyed the episode, be sure to click the 5 stars and leave a review. One of the best ways to say thank you or to pay it forward or show your appreciation for the podcast is to tell one other person about it. If you could commit to telling one other person about the Dr. Wyatt Show podcast today, I'd really appreciate it. For more marriage resources, go to my website, drwyattfisher.com. And remember, your marriage is alive. So if you care for it and nurture it, it will grow. But if you deprive it and neglect it, it will wilt and die. The choice is up to you. Take care.